Hello everyone. I'm sitting here in front of you today to discuss with you an alarming issue affecting students across the country: mental illness, more specifically depression and anxiety disorders. Over the last few decades, more cases of these disorders have been reported in younger people, college age and below, and there's a few theories as to why this is. For starters, mental disorders aren't really easily understood. I myself didn't understand what qualifies as a mental disorder before starting this research journey that I present to you. And again, I'm not properly and officially educated for it. However, even psychiatrists and psychologists, people who are capable of diagnosing, still have an issue identifying these topics. That begs the question, are mental disorders truly becoming more popular in student-aged youth, or are the professionals getting better at diagnosing? Research studies such as one published in the 2018 Journal of BMC Psychiatry have been aimed towards finding out how to more effectively diagnose adolescents before cases of serious mental illnesses, or SMIs, get worse. This method, dubbed the PROCAN method, was created to determine how to identify early signs of mental illness, including depression and anxiety, and how to identify triggers. Symptoms of disorders can emerge a few years before a proper diagnosis and treatment may be offered. So, what can I as a college student do about this? What can you as educators do about this? Well, to start, we can educate ourselves. Reaching out to professionals or doing some research can go a long way. Upon my own personal research journey, I came across a piece from the journal Health and Social Work that discussed a topic that I found to be incredibly interesting and complex, that I dedicated the rest of my research time towards it. It's mental health education. In this context, I'm referring to gaining a basic understanding of being able to identify triggers of mental issues and knowing how to respond in these situations. There's always been a negative connotation surrounding mental disorders, and thus we all, myself included, avoid talking about them. We don't want to talk about things that make us feel uncomfortable or upset, and we especially don't want to talk about things that we don't understand. By avoiding this topic, more damage is being done than anything else. Back in 2001, the Journal of American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry released a research study conducted over the span of 21 years that examined the long-term effects of anxiety disorders. The study determined that adolescents with untreated anxiety were significantly more likely to be nicotine or alcohol dependent, as well as develop stronger issues with their anxiety disorders. By introducing even a basic version of mental health education into classroom curriculum, you and I can start to make a difference for the younger generations. I urge you to consider reaching out to your school districts and arguing for mental wellness. With the increasing pressure on students over the last few years to succeed academically, even at the cost of their own well-being, mental health education has never been more important. Being a student myself, I witnessed firsthand the effects of depression and anxiety on my peers, and I've never been able to do anything about it. Now, knowing certain warning signs and triggers, I've become more useful in my environment, and I can do my best to help those around me. So let's start a conversation. Let's stop treating mental disorders as taboo and start treating them realistically. Let's get basic mental health education into classroom curriculum, and let's let students know that they are not alone and they are not broken because of what's going on inside of their minds beyond their control. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I couldn't think of a better time to ask you, as educators, to help me bring this topic to light. And I thank you for your time.